I noticed lately is that a lot of men rather stay single because they're tired of giving their everything and ending up with nothing. Do you guys agree with that?
I'm gonna say it, and you're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like it, man. You're not gonna like it. Where are the real men at? I'm sick of it.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Alpha Central titled Single Mother is Mad that 90% of attendees at the singles event that she went to were women. That is absolutely hilarious. So it's nowhere even close to 50-50. The men have essentially said, you know what, we are completely out, which is honestly great stuff. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Hadan the Mummy. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Hello, we are about to attend a speed dating event in Los Angeles. They signed me up for it. We're gonna go. We're feeling a little, how can you say it? Excited. For the plot. For the plot. Plot twist, no men showed up because they're trash in LA, and literally all of these hot girls. So I'm dating a girl. Bye.
They honestly thought that what they were going to do was meet a man at this thing. If they took 2 seconds on TikTok, they would have known that men aren't bothering spending their evenings with bitter women in their 30s.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm a director and producer, and just overall bad, you know? Yeah.
Period. Period, period, period. Update, we just left. It was just everywhere. But we love the.
These things aren't called singles events because they might meet a single man. It's called a singles event because only single women attend them. The men don't show up because it's a waste of time. Nothing spells fun quite like 2 women spastically dancing in a parking lot after realizing that no men wanted to talk to them. The cope is so strong with these women.
Ready, y'all, fit check, headed to a speed dating event that I am not excited about. This is actually my worst nightmare. But here we are, trying new things in 2025 in the name of IRL dating and deleting the apps. So here we go. Men act like the prize simply because we outnumber them. We outnumber them, like truly, like in there was like 75 women and 10 men. 10. I have so much to tell you. I lasted 17 minutes in there. Worst and only dating event I've ever been to.
If a woman is going to a speed dating event in the hopes of meeting a man, you have 75 women fighting for the attention of 10 men, which means that they have the options, which means that men are in fact the prize there.
What is your ideal age range in a guy?
Probably like 20 to 22.
And what is your ideal race in a guy?
I guess white. I don't really have a preference.
And what is the minimum height that a guy can be?
I would say 5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah, I'd say 5'9" or higher. I mean, I prefer taller, but gotta give them.
Well, it's your preference.
Short kings are shot. Like they have.
But
They
you
make up for it. They always do.
Have you ever given someone under 5'9" a chance?
No, I have not.
And what's the minimum income that your ideal guy should make?
That's hard. Maybe like post-graduation, after a couple years, like 80 grand.
What should he do to make that? Anything?
Gotta love the engineers. Gotta love the STEM boys.
Based off of those answers, the probability that you are going to find true love is 2.3%.
That's sad. I mean, it's true out here though at ASU.
So apparently this man should not only be an engineer, he needs to be an impossibly successful engineer right out of college with a job that makes at least 80K a year. It just proves how much of a waste college is for these women.
Men tell themselves all the time. They do it in my comments. They've done it in real life.
Ooh, how so?
Admit that the only reason that they are asking women out on coffee dates are to check the vibe, to see if she's worth a $200 dinner, to see if there's chemistry.
A $200 dinner? Seriously, is that what's expected now? I mean, I can see why a lot of guys would want to remain single if that's the prospect and the apparent cost of dating nowadays.
Men aren't telling on themselves when they say why they do coffee dates. They're setting the rules. If these women want an expensive meal, they're going to have to give that man a reason to actually want to give them an expensive meal.
Or are some individuals just being silly on purpose and actually expecting someone to spend that amount without actually getting to know them? Of course, coffee dates are there to check and see if there's chemistry, if there's a vibe, because otherwise it would just be a complete waste of everyone's time, not to mention their money.
Just immature.
Well, that's not what I'm seeing that's immature here.
I personally, I'm not going out with men who have that type of mindset where I need to prove a dinner date. Like, you can't just invest in a dinner date to get to know me. You can't just put in that upfront investment to get to know a woman.
Investment, huh? It's a nice way of almost equating women to property.
It is hilarious to me how these women call a dinner date an investment, but with a video like this, no man will quote-unquote invest in a woman who's so full of herself that she's offended over the idea that men want to vet a woman before dumping money down a bottomless pit.
Again, what a great step forward we're making here. But I would say that the individuals, whether it be a man or a woman, that aren't worth getting to know are the ones that insist that the other person has to spend a lot of money.
You'd think that women would jump at the opportunity for a coffee date. Outside of alcohol, coffee is the lifeblood of modern women. They need that stuff more than they need oxygen.
Okay, I'm on my way to one of the strangest singles events I've literally ever heard of. I'm getting in the car and I'm gonna go pick up my friend and then we'll tell you about it. So unfortunately my audio got butchered, but this is my friend Naomi and we're going to a singles event where you make a PowerPoint about your friend and then you present it to a bar full of singles. So we are each presenting each other.
Okay, we're off to a horrible start.
0 out of 10.
We were looking for parking and we saw these two really cute guys and they were communicating with us about a parking spot. And they were like, no, these people aren't leaving. And so we pulled up to them, we rolled down our window and we were like,
Are you single?
and one of them said, no, we're not. And the other one said, yes, we are.
And then they essentially kissed.
Yeah, they're married to each other, is the conclusion of that story.
Dating events are already a dumb idea, but they somehow made it even dumber by thinking that creating a PowerPoint presentation is somehow going to make it fun. They have no idea how men operate at all.
So we have been waitlisted for speed dating. I guess way more women than men signed up. So unless a lot of men sign up before the event, we don't get to go. But I guess I'm glad that they do that, because if I showed up and there weren't very many men there, I think I would be very disappointed. Several of you actually told me that you got canceled on because not very many men signed up. And then one person said that they went and there just weren't very many men there. So I would prefer the way that I'm doing it. If there's not going to be very many men there, then I don't want to go.
If she doesn't want to go to singles events because of a lack of men, then she shouldn't bother signing up for any of them. The types of women who need dating events are the types of women that men don't want anyway.
I also can see that it's probably not something that a lot of men think to sign up for. I mean, it took me a while to realize that it was a thing. I don't think they do a lot of advertising. So I don't know.
Men are well aware of these events. They don't bother to go because it's a complete waste of time. If a man wants to spend time surrounded by single women in their 30s, he can go for a walk outside. There's plenty of them out there.
I signed up for a singles event on Valentine's Day, and here's how it went. I was so nervous, you guys. This was a singles tournament at this paddle club here in New York City. You would play with different partners every game. It was fun, but there was more girls than there were guys. It was definitely like The Bachelor a little bit. There was food and drinks and a DJ, so the vibe was good, but I wasn't really vibing with anyone, so please keep pushing me to put myself out there. Thanks, guys.
Modern women's obsession with reality TV is so absurd. The event wasn't like The Bachelor, and that's because Chads don't need to go to these events to meet women, and they aren't willing to put them on a pedestal.
What do men want us to bring to the table?
We want femininity, we want submissiveness, and we want a lack of conflict. As a woman, if you're just chill and you don't quarrel and nag, you don't even have to be good looking. Just don't annoy us. That's it. That's all you gotta be.
What is she doing, though?
Huh?
So everything I listed basically is not enough for you, but what are you listing that she's actually doing? Just don't be annoying. So what is she doing then? Sitting there?
So,
like, you're not giving any actual good characteristics.
And with a single statement, she has proven why she is single. She doesn't want an honest answer, and when she gets one, she gets combative and annoying. Men don't want women like that. It just makes life more difficult.
What you're
lack
looking
of
for.
negative things,
of course,
is a thing. So like, you can go into the positive. Like,
so
you can be pleasant.
Partner?
Yeah, you should be positive. You should be pleasant. But like, a lot of men, we don't want to deal with nagging and quarreling. A lot of women, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women don't bring peace to their their man. And a lot of dudes, if you're dealing with a guy of a certain caliber, his life is difficult. He's already contending with the world. He doesn't want to go home where his peace should be and dealing with a quarreling, nagging woman. Just be his peace. That's it. Be his peace, be feminine, be submissive, and be attractive enough.
Men are really not complicated. Men have preferences, to be sure, but for the most part, if that woman is friendly and peaceful, it goes a long way to making that man want to be with her. But these women thrive on chaos, which is why they are still single.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies.
This is yet another dumb idea for an event. Men go fishing to enjoy being outside, surrounded by peace and quiet. A modern woman fishing with him is completely defeating the purpose of going fishing, so why bother?
Now, I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd.
Hunters, fishermen, and campers do these things because it's quiet. Bringing a modern woman along for the ride just sounds incredibly counterproductive.
So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come.
It's interesting how she didn't mention actually talking to the men on these Facebook groups. She didn't mention like to dislike ratios on her posts. She just blindly assumed that men would love her idea. That is just stupid.
So where are those single 30 to 40-year-old men at?
A lot of them are just doing their own thing. They go to work, they go home, they enjoy their hobbies. Some might be online dating. But for the most part, many of them have given up on dating, unfortunately. The risks just outweigh the benefits at this point. They don't feel appreciated for their efforts. They feel like everything they do is bare minimum. They're tired of all the unreasonable expectations.
When these women ask where to find men that they desire, they're not referring to good average men. They're asking about where to find loyal chads who want broken women. Those men simply do not exist.
You're not a wife, man.
Because I'm not submissive? Because I won't just listen to or let a man rule me?
Whatever just reared up in you and whatever that means, yes.
Oh.
Because that's what you associate with being a wife. So if you're a black man and most black women talk like you said yeah. So what is a black man to do? Sort through all that?
Modern women think that quote-unquote submission means just giving up and bowing to a man and catering to his every whim. But what it really means is that she trusts him to make decisions and to lead, which is such an insulting idea to women like this.
If he loves me and want to be with me.
No. He's looking for a wife. See, that's what you ladies don't understand. So when you see black men who are not with black women, y'all get mad at black men instead of realizing saying, black women, we got to do better. We lost another one.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think like that. I feel like love is no color on love. You can
but I just said if a black man was looking for a wife, I said, you think you could find one in the black community? You should go to another race. Or you said, I feel like you can go find them.
When women like this talk about love, they act like it's this magical thing that's just supposed to blind men to their unattractive qualities, but men know better. They don't fall in love with arrogant women like this, at least not anymore.
Come speed dating with us. Train to Leeds.
If a woman needs to start drinking before the event even starts, that is a massive red flag. Holy hell.
Makeup check. We're here, let's sign in.
30 to 45. Yeah,
Okay.
middle one. I feel like we do need Jen, shout your name.
Waiting.
Considering that these women spend a vast majority of their time on social media, they must work insanely hard to avoid content that specifically tells them that men do not bother with singles events.
Getting nervous now. Oh, it's time. Let's do this. It's not going well so far. Sat on my own. Story of my life. I'll just have my drink. Cheers.
Let's give you that. We're going to go something. I'm feeling it, but
really?
yeah, thank you though.
You should have gone to the younger age group.
I know.
If she's constantly finding herself on her own and she's unable to meet a guy to the point where it's the story of her life, then there are clearly things that she's not telling you or the internet. But she doesn't have to, honestly. It just speaks for itself.
What's your ideal age in a man?
22 to 28.
Ideal race?
White.
Minimum height in a guy?
5'10".
5'10"?
That's the minimum. Max is like 6'8". And that has been tested. I like being a monkey.
Minimum income?
He better be making big money.
Give me a number.
At least 80.
The probability of you finding your ideal man is a 1.5% chance.
It's kind of disturbing how she said that the minimum height should be 5'10" and that it's been tested, which is kind of a weird statement that just begs far too many questions. These women love to cope with getting intoxicated and then dancing like idiots, as if that's somehow going to make men want to approach them. But all it's telling men is to just stay away from them.
If you're asking yourself where are all the good men, according to my Instagram poll of 167,000 men, 26% are taken, 22% are single, but they just straight up don't want a relationship, which leaves approximately 50% of men that are available. Oh wait, but out of that, only 12% of men are actively dating, and 40% of men are looking to date, but they're waiting for a unicorn to come to them. I think that when women are asking where are all the good men, they're talking about that 40%.
The only problem with that statement is that of the 40% of the men that she just mentioned, modern women will determine 100% of them are either quote-unquote dusty, broke, or that they aren't real men.
Well, ladies, the men in the 40% are the men that are working overtime instead of going out and dating. Because honestly, they would rather look at the weather app or check their crypto investments rather than ask another girl off of Hinge how her day was for 5 days in a row. They would rather go fishing with the guys or even fishing by themselves rather than spend another $200 on a first date that goes nowhere. And when these men are not at work, they're probably at the gym, playing video games, or maybe ignoring people, which is kind of understandable.
These women will never understand that their toxic and entitled nature has been running so rampant that men have checked out completely. There's no point in dating when all that's left in the market are dregs, basically.
I'm not, listen, my thing 2020 seems to me there is an unexpected item in the bagging area there. Is that supposed to be, I'd rather just not know. I'd rather just not.
If a single woman is dancing for her camera and bashing men for not accepting her for her countless flaws, then that tells the world more about her than it does about the men who refuse to put up with her.
So I went to a singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like,
my name is Buster Cheeks out of Demolition State University. I may be able to provide some clarity on this conundrum. I believe there are 3 reasons why men do not attend these events. Number 1, men and women go to these events for completely different reasons, and they are marketed poorly to men.
Why should a man go to a speed dating event when the organizers don't even bother to market to the very demographic that they need in order to make the event successful? They have no idea how insulting that sounds.
Number two, your average man who is not an outlier, who is probably going to be successful at this event, faces rejection on a more consistent basis than probably the 90% of the women in that room. So why show up to a central hub and face it all head on? Number three, and the one that I think is probably the most likely, is a lot of men, and especially the outliers that you're looking for, are smashing multiple women in the same city. So why show up to a location where you might run into 3, 4, 5 of them that are tired of your bull crap? You know what I'm saying? It's just not viable. You're going to blow your whole cover. So I hope that provided some clarity. Once again, I'm Buster Cheese out of Devonshire State University, where we believe in breaking walls by slanging balls. Be safe.
That's exactly it. The types of men that these women want can literally go anywhere and women will come to them anyway. He's not going to waste money on something that he can get for free simply by going outside. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.